Goedenavond, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And for all my subscribers, I just want to tell you there is a war going on the internet. And I in my first video I posted tonight on the 2020 channel, I gave the YouTube moderators a bit of a history lesson because they seem to think that the minority group in South Africa are the Africans, which is clearly not the position. Because when it comes to hate speech, it's a minority group that has been derided or been talked about in a negative way. And of course, when I talk about what is happening to the minority or white population in South Africa, they demonetize the video because they say that is hate speech. And by their own description or definition of hate speech, they are wrong. Because as I said, the minority group in South Africa are the white population. But this is what we are fighting as creators on channels like YouTube. We're fighting this totally uninformed, indoctrinated young group of people who just see things completely with blinkers on, if you know what I'm talking about. And now YouTube is not the only platform where this is going on. Facebook is just as bad, and I'll tell you why. The third-party fact-checkers that Facebook uses can suppress any content that they want to, according to a recent report. The report was prompted by a fact-check of a USA Today article by Newsbusters, and the subsequent fact-checking of the latter by USA Today. Now, just day before yesterday, I had a video taken off by YouTube because I dared have a clip of that guy who said he had a cure for coronavirus. And of course, that's like a red flag to YouTube, isn't it? Okay, bang, down went the video. I didn't take it down, YouTube did. This is what I have to live with. You know, talk about censorship. It is absolutely extraordinary. But let's get back to Facebook. The original USA Today article, which ran on the 30th of June, was called out by Newsbusters for misrepresenting some facts about the Civil War. The original article, written by intern Devon Link, conceded that the Confederacy was run by and made up of Democrats, as was the KKK. Get that? The political party in America that is claiming to be this great new multicultural Black Lives Matter movement that embraces everybody, they were the ones that ran the Confederacy. Remember the slaves? Yeah, same guys. Okay, let's continue. However, the article did not blame the Democratic Party for that, with Link calling the claim an oversimplified trope about the Democratic Party. In the article, Link cites Princeton University professor and Obama campaign donor Tara Hunter, who said that the core of the effort to discredit the current Democratic Party is the refusal to accept the realignment of the party structure in the mid-20th century. Hunter in the article goes on to claim that the Democratic Party did not start the Civil War. The war was initiated by southern slaveholding states seceding from the United States. Newsbusters associate editor Scott Whitlock countered Hunter's claims with data showing how states voted in the 1860 election, showing that almost every future Confederate state, save for Virginia and Tennessee, voted Democrat. Following this repudiation, USA Today admitted their error, resulting in the removal of both the fact-check rating on the article and the filter from Newsbusters' Facebook page. While the erroneous fact-checkers were eventually removed, the incident illustrates how Facebook's third-party fact-checkers can suppress any content that they want to, especially if it's critical of their own fact checks. Now, I have to tell you that when I refer to the fake media in my videos on the 2020 channel, I'm talking about the mainstream media being fake. It's an automatic demonetization because the mainstream media are part of the deep state, like YouTube. So they're protecting each other. This is the minefield that I go through every day with these videos. It's quite extraordinary. Putting up a video by itself is only the tip of the iceberg. You've got to be so careful what you say. Even this video, because I'm talking about the subject, has got a good chance of being taken down by YouTube. That's the bottom line, because they don't like it when you put the facts out there that actually rocks their little boat. Let's continue. Of course, the fact that Facebook's third-party fact checkers are able to do so should come as no surprise. Prior to this, hidden camera footage came out of Facebook employees and contractors admitting to their censorship of Trump supporters and discrimination against conservative and white employees. I've seen this video. Actually, Project Veritas brought out this video. And this is what this person says. And I've heard it from the horse's mouth. A Facebook employee admitted in one of the videos, "We rig the game so it can work on the left side." The same employee also agreed that the company favors the left. Even as these reports surface, it's more likely that Facebook won't be changing its ways anytime soon. In their efforts to pander to the left, numerous companies have threatened to pull their advertising from Facebook for the times it did let right-leaning articles through. And what we should be doing is we should be boycotting those companies like Coca-Cola that said, "Hey, you got too much right-leaning shit on there. We're not going to advertise on Facebook anymore." And that's what actually happened. So products like Coca-Cola, there should just be a boycott of them, because the people who've got brains and are not indoctrinated still make up a large percentage of the general community. Let's continue with the story. In response to this complete debacle, CEO Mark Zuckerberg has already announced a series of policy changes meant to appease those behind the left-leaning boycott. What's interesting about Facebook's move is that they may not have had to make any changes in response to the boycott. Analysts have pointed out that the revenue lost by the company from the boycott was only a drop in the bucket compared to what they make from advertising as a whole. According to Rohit Kulkarni, Executive Director of equity research and trading company MKM Partners, Facebook is only looking at a less than 5% hit to revenue from the boycott. Kulkarni said, Facebook has more than 160 million registered businesses globally and 8 million paying advertisers. He added that Facebook makes most of its money from small advertisers, not the big companies involved in the boycott. In addition, he added that Facebook should already be expecting a loss of advertising revenue as a side effect of the economic downturn from the Wuhan coronavirus pandemic. With this in mind, it seems that the boycotts may simply be an excuse for Facebook to show its true colors. The company and the people working for it seem to have a clear left-leaning bias. The latest fact-checking incident with Newsbusters and USA Today only further demonstrates that fact. And that's why in that earlier video and even at the start of this video, I've given a little history lesson to the YouTube moderators about the minority group in South Africa being the white population. So if I speak to defend them, that is not actually hate speech according to their own definition. That is quite acceptable. But of course, because it's that, they make it hate speech. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, please stay safe.